evening everybody, or should I say good morning. The reason I say that is tonight's recording is going to be played a second time elsewhere, so I'm going to do a little bit more of an introduction tonight. Just have a little bit of a chat while people are joining. Obviously, if you are joining, please give me a like, say hello. For those of you who've met me, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Parr. I'm a specialist spinal physiotherapist, but I also teach Pilates. I normally teach 2 classes on a Wednesday night, but since lockdown, I've just been doing this 1 session. Normally my 2 sessions, the first one's a back pain session, the second one's for Run Redbourne, the local running club. So I'm trying to amalgamate the classes a little bit. You'll find the class has 2 levels, a level 1, level 2, a higher level or a lower level. Please stick to the level that you're comfortable with. At no point force into pain. Tonight's class will also be played on Active in Redbourne's page on Friday morning at 11 AM. Active in Redbourne is a local initiative where I live, and there are lots of free classes being shown throughout the month of May. So some yoga, some breathing techniques, singing, seated exercise, so some interesting classes on their website free, so please take a look there. And like I say, this class will be showed on Friday morning as well, so if you're joining me on Friday morning, hello. The other disclaimer, I've said it every week, I have a little girl upstairs, hopefully we won't get interrupted, but if we do there might be a slight pause in the class. All we need equipment wise is a pillow, okay? I normally use these little squidgy balls in my class. If any of you have got a small child's football, that works quite well. Otherwise a cushion's perfect. If you haven't got either, it's absolutely fine. You can do the exercises without. It's a little bit of added extra fun, okay? So I think we're going to get started. I can see lots of people joining, so that's really, really nice. I'm going to put some music on because I only like the sound of my own northern tones for so much time. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go through the basic principles to start with. So starting is your standing posture, okay? And your standing posture comes from the feet down. If you pop your feet together to begin with, okay, take your toes out and then the heels out to meet. So that's hip distance for most people. What you want then is toes, knees, hips, all in parallel lines. What we don't want is 5 to sort of 1 toes or 10 to 2 toes, which some people have, specifically gentlemen. Not that I'm picking on anybody, but have a look down. I'll work 12 o'clock toes. Toes, knees, hips, all in parallel lines. From here, we need to think about your pelvic position. Now, some people stand with their pelvis arched forward, so a big arch in the back. Some people have a flat back. Now I teach this as having a bucket of water, and tipping your hips forward is tipping out of the front and back is tipping out of the back. Some people talk about a pelvic diamond, tipping the diamond forwards and back. What you want is a nice level pelvis, so an either flat pelvic diamond or a level bucket of water. And you'll find as you do that, for most people there is some engagement of the core muscles, so you're switching on those internal muscles. It should be a gentle switch on. It shouldn't be a brace, so just a gentle lifting. So that level pelvis, coming up the spine, grow up nice and tall. Imagine you have a helium balloon attached to the crown of your head and it's lifting you up taller. Think about that string being attached to the pelvic floor. As the helium balloon inflates, you just grow through the spine, nice and tall. As you do that, you want to think about having nice, wide, happy collarbones, not sad collarbones. So broad through the collarbones, and your arms and your hands should be in line with the sides of your trousers. What we don't want is slouchy forward arms, okay? So bringing those shoulders back and down. So this is your neutral position. It's your start position. All the standing exercises will start from this position. And it's an important posture just to think about in your daily life. If you're walking down the street, maintaining this posture rather than being slouched and rounded. From here, we're just going to start with a few gentle warm-up exercises. To begin with, I want you to just imagine you have a little pencil on your nose. We're just going to give the head a roll. So we're drawing a circle with that imaginary pencil, tucking the chin in, all the way down and round. Any tension in the neck and the shoulders from your day of homeschooling or working from home, let it go. Change direction for me. Really tuck that chin in, feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Nice relaxed breathing here, and then gently pop the head back on top of the shoulders, reinflate that balloon. Just give me a little shrug up and then back down. Nice long shoulders, long neck. Give me a little roll of the shoulders. Let's roll them backwards to begin with. Any tension in those upper trapezius, the top of the shoulder muscles, just loosening them, and change direction a little, roll forwards. And then just finish with one more roll backwards. Sit those shoulder blades back and down, those arms in line with the sides of the legs. Pop your hands onto your hips, and now we're thinking about our weight transference. So we need to transfer your weight to one foot, and then to the other foot. You'll feel this core is doing a little bit of work here to keep you from falling over. And then make that into a circle. Bring your weight transference to your toes, your core switches on at the front, and then back to your heels, your glutes switch on at the back. Then just give me a nice circling action. So here you're actually loosening off the lumbar spine, but you're also aware of this weight transference, left to right, heel to toe. Then change direction for me. Again, any tension in your lower back from sitting a little bit more than you may normally do, loosening that off for me. Okay, excellent. Resetting that posture. Starting to feel a little bit looser now. We're just going to come into another little stretch. It's a side stretch. You want to take your right leg and cross it over your left leg. Your right arm is going to reach in the air. Now what we're not doing is collapsing on the left. We're reaching and elongating. So the aim is to create space between the rib and the hip. We're not rotating. Imagine you're squashed between two planes of glass. Take a breath, exhale and reach. Really lengthening all through that right side. It's creating space between your rib and your hip. Really good. Okay, excellent. Swapping over, crossing the left foot over the right, left arm in the air. Take a breath, exhale and reach. Again, don't collapse on the right. Create space between the rib and the hip on the left. Really nice. Enjoy the stretch here. Another breath, exhale and reach. And back to the centre. With your breathing, at no point do I want you holding your breath. I am going to recommend some breathing patterns throughout tonight's session. Just if you struggle, just don't hold your breath. Nice flowing breaths. We're coming into our next exercise. Back with our feet hip distance. Head on top of the shoulders, growing up tall. Keep that nice long neck. We're bringing arms into this position. We're coming into an exercise called toy soldier. Imagine you've got this big beach ball here and you're just gently holding it. You're not squeezing it and hunching it, so those ears are away from your shoulders. The movement, you're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to do a squat down. One arm comes up. Inhale to return, swap over. Exhale, squat down, arm up. Inhale to return. So just continuing this movement. With the squatting action, make sure your knees don't knock together. Make sure as you come up, you really squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thigh muscles. That belly button should still be drawn in towards your spine. Those core muscles still gently drawn in. And that helium balloon still lifting your head up nice and tall. One more each side here. Okay, excellent. Keep your arms there. Roll those shoulders back and down. Now we're coming into the same movement with a toe raise. Taking a breath in, exhaling, reaching up, onto your toes, inhale and down. Exhaling, reaching up, inhale and down. So a little bit of a toe raise now with our toy soldier arms. Again with the breathing, just nice flowing breathing if you're struggling. Essentially we generally exhale with the effort. One more each side here. And we haven't quite finished. We're putting it together. Give those shoulders a roll. Check that helium balloon's lifting you up tall. Now take a breath in. Exhale, squat down, lift up one arm. Inhale, return. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, return. Squatting down. Lifting up. Putting it together. A little bit rubbing the tummy and patting the head, bit of coordination involved here. One more of each. Doing really good. Excellent. Give those shoulders a roll so you can feel that working. Reset your posture. Pelvic diamond nice and level, hips nice and level, core engaged. I want you to take your feet slightly wider than hip distance and turn your toes out now to that 10 to 2. We're coming into a plie. Any of you who did ballet when you were younger, you'll be excellent at this. Hands on your hips. Okay, so hips slightly wider than hip distance. Head up, shoulders back. Helium balloon still lifted, core still engaged. Taking a breath, you're exhaling to come down, inhaling to come up. Exhaling to come down, inhale to come up. Keep those knees nice and wide. Exhale as you come down, inhale to come up. Core engaged. As you come up, really squeeze your bum cheeks together. Really brace those thighs as you come up. We'll do 2 more here. Haven't quite finished. Come down for me, and then we're going to pulse it for 10. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Come up. Take a breath. Take those feet slightly wider. We're coming into what I would call a sumo plie, so a nice wide plie. Make sure you've not lost this neutral position, no bottom sticking out, losing your pelvic diamond. Tucking your tailbone in, level bucket of water. Hands on your hips, shoulders back and down. Taking a breath in, exhale and down, inhale and up. Exhale and down, inhale and up. Again, really squeeze the glutes as you come up. Brace the thigh. Three more here. Excellent. We know what's coming now. It's your pulses. Coming back down. Hold it here. Take a breath in and exhale as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Coming back up. Give those legs a shake. I'm sure you can feel they're nice and warm now. So we're going to come to the upper half of the body. Reset the feet, toes, knees and hips in line, and core engaged. We're going to come into a thoracic mobility, an upper back mobility exercise. I need you just to bend your knees slightly. We're going to be twisting, and if you have locked out knees, that can put pressure on the knees. So just unlock your knees to take the pressure off your knees. Bring your arms back into this floating toy soldier start position. And actually, if you think this exercise is a bit like a bow and arrow, okay? You're taking a breath in. As you exhale, the right arm comes back, the left arm drives forward, the head goes back. Inhale to return. Exhale, swapping over, looking back with the left arm, pushing forward with the right. Inhale to return. So get a nice twist through the mid-back and the upper back. The head goes with it because it's following the movement. You should feel like you're opening up through the rib cage, warming up there. Really push the fingers forwards on the front arm as you reach the elbow backwards on the back arm. Keep those knees nice and soft, no twisting through the knees. 2 more, doing really good. Okay, excellent. Give those shoulders a roll, reset your posture. We're coming into our dumb waiter exercise. This is a classic Pilates exercise for working the upper back and these postural muscles. We're wanting to switch off the top of the neck and the shoulders and switch on these mid-back muscles. We have 2 options. Option 1 is keeping your feet hip distance apart, core engaged as your start position. Option 2, if you want the extra challenge, you're going into a tightrope foot position. If you've got really thick mat or carpet, you might find it wobbly underfoot. So I'm going for the option 2, which is the feet in the tightrope. Option 1, feet hip distance. The movement, you're taking a breath. As you exhale, you squeeze the arms back. Inhale to return. Keep going for me. Exhale, squeeze the arms back. Inhale to return. Imagine you have a £20 note under each armpit. You do not want to drop it, so your arms do not come away from the body. They stay tucked in here. Exhale with the effort. Inhale inhale with the return. If you feel like you're shrugging your shoulders up, just check them, bring them back and down. Just 2 more here. Excellent. Give the shoulders a roll, feet a little bit of a shake. If you're sticking with your feet hip distance apart for the level 1, that's fine. So either stay with the level 1 or come again, swap feet for the level 2. The arm movement is changing slightly. I'm coming into our Cleopatra arms. It's a nerve stretch. Keep this core engaged, belly button drawn in. Take a breath in. As you exhale, the arms come out. So it's the same start movement. Once we're at our end point, you turn your palms down and then really push and reach the fingertips. Inhale, return. Exhale, arms out, palms down, push and reach the fingertips. Inhale to return. Keep going for me. Don't be surprised if you get a little bit of a tingle in your fingers. This is a bit of a nerve stretch, so it's not unusual, it's nothing to worry about. Nice controlled balance for those of you who are choosing the tightrope position. Okay, 1 more here, doing really good, guys. Okay, excellent. Give the shoulders a roll, give the feet a bit of a shake. I think we're warmed up enough, so we're going to come to our mats. So if you've not got a mat, that's absolutely fine. Just come to where you've got a bit of space in front of you. And we're going to come to do something called a roll down. It's a classic nice stretch for Pilates. You're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you engage through the core, you tuck your chin in. And as the name implies, you're rolling down. Your 7 neck bones go first. Your 12 mid-back bones go next, followed by the lumbar bones. Keep your knees locked out, legs straight for me, as you come all the way down to your roll down. When you get to the bottom, you'll feel a stretch in your calf, your hamstrings, even your lower back. You feel this stretch where you're tight. Think of your arms like elephant's trunks, just give them a little bit of a sway side to side. Nice relaxed breathing here. Enjoy the stretch, keep those knees locked out to begin with for me. Excellent. Then from here, unlock the knees, bend the knees, and you'll feel as you take that lock off your hamstrings, you can get a stretch further, and your hands will now come down to the mat if they didn't before. If you've got really tight hamstrings, you might need to bend your knees a bit deeper to get your hands on the mat. That's absolutely fine. Do what you can. And then pop the hands on the mat for me. From here, you're walking your hands out into what we call a downward dog or triangle pose. If you've got a mat, hands go as wide as the mat, little fingers on the edge, spread the fingers wide. Feet pushing down, knees pushing back, chin tucked in, belly button to the sky, really thinking about getting this triangle position, so bottom in the air, push through the hands, lock out those elbows and shoulders, and really try and get those heels down to the mat for me. And then from here, just give me some foot pedals, bend the knees, pedal the heels back. As you do this, you'll feel that you get that little bit of an extra stretch on the hamstrings and the Achilles, the bottom of the feet, if there's any tension there. That will also get a nice stretch. Okay, one last one. Take a breath in, exhale, push back into that downward dog. Really belly button up to the sky. Lock out the knees, feel the stretch through the backs of the legs. Doing great, guys. Really enjoy this stretch. Okay, excellent. Now from here we have 2 options. Get everyone just to come down onto your hands and knees to begin with. So option 1 is sticking with our cat-cow stretch. So this is the easy option. Cat-cow stretch is tucking the chin in, arching the back up, or lifting the head, arching the back down. And just working between those 2 movements. Now if you want to, you can stay here. Option 2, we're just coming into our plank phase. So you're either staying with your cat-cow. If you're coming with me into your plank, curl your toes back under. Walk one hand out, walk the second hand out, take a breath. Exhale, push into your high plank. As you come into your high plank, brace the knees, brace and squeeze the thighs. Don't want your bottoms in the air, don't want your back sagging down. Really nice and strong. Eyes looking straight down, okay? No dropping the head, keeping it nice and strong. holding this position here for me. We're just going to hold it for one more breath. Excellent. We're now coming into our low plank. One arm down, other arm down, holding it here. Brace those thighs, core engaged, head looking down. Doing really good. We're going to hold it here for one more breath. Again, no bottoms in the air, no sagging backs. Hold it. Good. Take a breath. Exhale back into your high plank. Holding it here, nice and strong. Brace those knees and thighs. No bottoms in the air. Doing really good. And then just to finish, take a breath. Exhale, lift your right leg. Inhale and drop. Swapping over. Exhale, lift your left leg and down. Two more. Exhale and lift the right. Inhale to swap. Exhale, left. Brilliant. Coming onto your knees, and we're joining everyone else with our cat curl here. Okay, we're now coming into a stretch called the threading the needle. To prepare, make sure your knee is under your hip, your hands are under your shoulders, okay? Core is engaged. We're going to start with your right hand as the moving hand and the left hand as the stabilising hand. You're going to take a breath. As you exhale, the right hand is drawing a rainbow. It's bringing the hand through. You're pushing through the left. Your head follows your right hand. Hold it here as you have a breath. Exhale. Take the next breath as you breathe now. Thread the arm through. Thread the right arm onto the left. Rest down onto your right shoulder. Right ear comes down to the mat. Stick your bottom in the air. You're getting a stretch through the rib cage. Hold it for a breath. And then again for me, take a breath. Exhale, draw a big rainbow. Push through that left hand. Get that rotation through the ribs on the right. Head follows your hands. Hold it here, have a breath. And then again, breathing, exhale, threading through. Hand comes under, rest the ear to the floor, shoulder down, push those fingertips away as far as you can. Get that rotation through the rib cage. Holding it here for a breath. And then last one, taking a breath, exhale, push and reach. Really feel like you've gained some extra movement from the first one. I know I have. Hold it here as you have a breath. And then exhale and reach through. Last one here. Really reach the arm through. See if you're getting some extra movement. Excellent. Coming back onto all fours to swap over now. So now the right hand is stabilising. The left hand is moving and stretching. Taking a breath. Exhale. Reach that left hand up. Head follows the hand. Hold it here as you have a breath. Push through that right hand. Head follows the hand on the left. Taking a breath. Exhale. Reach the hand through. Ear to the shoulder. Relaxing down. Nice relaxed breathing. Really push those fingertips away. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring the arm all the way through. Reach that left arm to the ceiling. Head follows the hand. Push through the right. That's what gives you the rotation on the left. The pressure through the right hand. Take a breath, exhale, thread that arm through, relax the head, relax the shoulder. Nice relaxed breathing as you're holding it here. And then last one, take a breath, exhale, rotate, lift the arm up, push through that right hand on the mat, left hand again. If you've got some more rotation from when we started. And for the last time, take a breath, exhale, slide through, relax the ear, relax the shoulder, really push those fingertips away from you. Nice relaxed breathing, feel that stretch through the rib cage. Excellent. Coming back onto all fours, and we're sitting straight back into our child's pose. The child's pose is sitting your bottom to your heels, reaching your hands forward. If you've got problems with your knees or hips, I'm more than happy for your bottom to be stuck in the air and you reach like this, okay? If you can, however, sitting back onto your feet. Reaching the hands forwards for me, as wide as the mat. If you've not got a mat, just as wide as your hips. And then you're going to take your right hand. You're taking it and placing it on top of the left hand. Push those fingertips away from you. Push your bottom backwards. If again you're in the air, that's fine. Just reach away from you, pushing your bottom into the air from here. Just whatever you're comfortable with. you should feel like you're stretching and creating space between the rib and the hip on the right side. Excellent. Take your hand on the right now, back to the right side. Let the left hand join it, so the left hand comes on top. Push those fingertips away, again creating space between the rib and the hip on the left hand side. Nice relaxed breathing here. Perfect. Taking the hands back to shoulder width apart, slowly coming back onto all fours for our last exercise in this position. So, really important that you don't have a droopy head and your head stays looking down. Imagine you've got a ball between your chin and your chest you don't want to drop. So your chin stays tucked in, that's working the neck muscles. Belly button is engaged, you're not arching and sagging your back, you're lifting through your back, but you're not arching up. You want a nice level back. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks resting there, you don't want to drop. Now the movement is going to be what we call a donkey kick, so it's a kick back. We're going to start with our right leg. You're going to take a breath. As you exhale, you're squeezing that right leg back. As you inhale, you return, but do not rest. Exhale, squeezing back. Inhale to return. Keep going for me. Now what I don't want to see is the back arching as you lift and the head moving. It's very much an isolated gluteal exercise, so keeping that lower back nice and stable, and it's just this squeeze here. Don't lose the head. If you want a bit of extra challenge, take your left arm off. So your left arm is doing Superman. This is more a level 2. I'm going to do 3 more here. If you're in the Superman arm, bring your arm back. Now just to finish, we're going to pulse it. So take a breath, exhale, bring the leg up, and then from here, we're going to count. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Bring that right leg down, and we're swapping over straight away. Keeping the back level, core engaged, taking a breath, exhale, the left leg squeezes and lifts, inhale to return. Exhale, squeeze and lift, inhale to return. So this is your level 1. If you want the level 2, right arm comes into Superman and holds. Really squeeze those gluteal muscles. That belly button drawn towards your spine. Keeping your back nice and level, so that tray of drinks that's on there, you're not spilling a drop. The last 3 here, doing really great, guys. Lots of hard work going on, I'm sure. As you're doing your last one, if you're in the Superman arm position, bring the arm back. And we're just going to our last 10 pulses. Take a breath, exhale, that left leg comes up, and we're ready for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Take your time, come into lying down. You deserved a little rest, but not for too long. And we're coming straight into our forward-facing tummy exercise. So from here, you're relaxing with your forehead down on the ground. So if you've got glasses on, you might need to take them off. And your arms are at a right angle. Really would like you to draw that belly button towards the spine to level your back off. But watch mine, if I let it go, my back arches. So draw the belly button in, okay? Hands and arms into this position. And then the movement, I want you to draw your shoulders back and down. So to begin with, just crunch your shoulders up and then draw them down. Now you need to keep those shoulders drawn down. So those muscles we worked in the dumb waiter in standing, we're using them again. The movement's a really small one. You're taking a breath, you're exhaling and hovering the head. Inhale to return. Exhale, hover the head. Inhale to return. This is working the stabilising neck muscles. The chin must stay tucked in. The eyes stay looking down. It is just a head hover and lift. If you want to challenge yourself further, the level 2 is lifting the arms as you come up. So level 1, arms stay on the ground with the head and neck lift. Level 2, hands come with it. We're going to do 3 more. Last one. Okay, excellent. Coming into a bit of a stretch sequence, relax your head on your left hand. And we're going to stretch out the front of the right hip and thigh. So to do that, your right hand takes hold of your right foot and you bring your heel to your bottom. If you can't do this, if your muscles are too tight, just hold on to the trouser or your legging leg and use that to pull it towards you, okay? So bringing the heel towards the bottom in whatever way you can. Just nice relaxed breathing. You should feel this on the front of the thigh, front of the hip. A nice way to stretch out those thigh muscles. You'll probably feel that this is more effective than doing it in standing, and that's because you're getting your hip stretched as well. Last breath to stretch here. And then to come out of this stretch, we're going to go into another stretch. So I want you to let go of your foot, but keep your foot in the air. The right arm goes back to that right angle. You're taking a breath. As you exhale, you're reaching that right foot across to the left. This is a scorpion stretch. You're imagining that right foot's a scorpion's tail. You're twisting and reaching to get that stretch through the hip and the lower back. Just holding it for one more breath. And then relaxing down and swapping over. So your head comes on your right arm, your left hand reaches your left foot and heels towards your bottom. If you can't do this, again, just hold the trouser leg. Bringing that heel towards you as best you can. Nice relaxed breathing. Last breath here to stretch. And then again, coming to take that left arm into the right angle, taking a breath, exhaling, you're bringing that scorpion stretch in. That left foot rotates to the right, feel the stretch through the hip and the thigh. Okay, excellent. Taking your time, coming out of that and onto your side. If you've got your ball or cushion, grab it now. I'm going to use the cushion just to show it can be done with a cushion if you haven't got a ball. Okay, and we're coming into our level 1 climb. So level 1 climb, we start with our feet on the floor. Our feet squeeze the cushion or the ball. You need to draw this top hip down. So what I don't want is you sagging and soft in the middle. Draw that top hip down, belly button towards your spine. Pop your hand on your hip. Now this is here for a reason. At no point do I want you rolling backwards from the hip. Imagine you've got a cocktail stick pinning you here. So your hand is correcting you. Belly button to your spine. The movement, you're taking a breath in. As you exhale, your knees come apart. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower, okay? So there's a little hold here. Exhale, knees come apart. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Keep going for me. Make sure you've got that little squeeze of the ball or cushion between your feet. Make sure you're not rolling backwards. You're very much pinned from the hip here. So if at any point you feel you're rolling through your hips, you're going too far. You only take your knees apart as far as you can without rolling backwards. Doing really good. You should feel this deep into your gluteal muscles. Great exercise for strengthening the hip, which also helps with any lower back pain. You're going to do just one more here. And now we're moving seamlessly into our level 2. And we'd like you to all at least have a go of this. Level 2, feet come off the mat. Okay, make sure you're squeezing your cushion or your ball. Don't go soft and sagging. Draw that hip down, belly button towards your spine, and then the movement's the same. Taking a breath, exhale, knees apart, inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Keep that bottom leg very much hovered off the mat. So you've got that lift off the mat with the lower leg, and the cushion just being squeezed between the feet. You really start to feel this in your glutes now. I know I can. We're going for 3 more. You can do it. The last one. Keep that lift. Don't lose the quality with your last one. Okay, excellent. Relax down. Popping your cushion to one side, okay? We're just coming into a lift and lower sequence. Now there's 2 options. First of all, the movement is coming from the top leg. So the top leg goes straight. Now your level 1, you keep the bottom leg bent. Now that gives you a wider base of support. Your level 2, you can take your bottom leg straight. That gives you a narrow base of support. So it's really up to you if you're going to stick with level 1, bottom leg bent, or level 2, bottom leg straight. I'll show both, okay? Your hand just in front of you for a bit of a support, belly button drawn towards your spine. I want you to imagine you're on one long floorboard. At no point should your leg creep forwards. It very much stays in line with the hip, okay? The movement, you're taking a breath in, you're exhaling to lift, inhale to lower, don't relax. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. So this is level 1 with the knee bent. Level 2, bottom leg straight. It's just a narrower base of support. So just going with what you're most comfortable with. If you want the extra challenge, if you're on the level 2, you can take your hand off the mat. Again, feel this really into the hip and the glutes. Don't let that leg creep forwards. If your leg creeps forwards, it's your quad and not your hip and glutes that's doing the activity. Your knee should be straight. There should really be no bend in the knee. 3 more here. Okay, excellent, relaxing. So just the last thing as a challenge. If you have got your bottom leg bent, I want you to at least have a go at this. If you can't do it, it's fine, okay? So, both legs now straight, belly button engaged, hand on the mat, you will need it for support, okay? This is called lift, lift, lower, okay? You're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you lift one leg, you lift the bottom leg, and then you lower, okay? So, breath to prepare, exhale, lift, lift, lower. Keep going for me, lift, lift, lower. I still struggle with this. Keep going. See if we can do 2 more. You're doing great, guys. Excellent. Bring that top leg across. Just have a quick rub and a stretch. Okay, brilliant. Push yourself up into sitting. We're coming into a little abdominal section before we swap over. To begin with, I want you to put your hands on your knees and we're just going to take a breath and grow up nice and tall. That helium balloon still attached to your pelvic floor, lifting you up, growing up tall. Take a breath in, exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Now we're going to take this into a bit of a core exercise. Level 1, if you need the support, keep your hands on your knees, okay? So the movement, you're using your core muscles to control you rolling back. So taking a breath, exhale, rolling down as far as you can go. Inhale, coming up. If you don't want the help of your knees to go to the next level, take a breath. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. I'm going to show you it from the side. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Growing up tall. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. If you need the help, hands on your knees. If you don't need the help, hover your hands. 2 more here. Okay, excellent. Give those knees a little bit of a hug. We're coming into something called a V-sit now. So a V-sit is you're going to make a V with your body, okay? If you want, pop your hands behind your knees. It gives you that little bit of support. So I'd like to really engage those core muscles. Sit back slightly, and then you're hovering your legs. So option 1 is holding onto your legs for support. So you've got that support there. This is level 1, just holding it there. If you want the extra challenge, you're holding without the hand support. So really using that core control. So level 1, holding behind the knee. Just hold this position, engage. Level 2, hovering. We're going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. You're doing really good, really working those core muscles. Hold on to the legs, come out for it for a moment. Okay, so now back into this. So back into either your level 1 holding, level 2 not. For those of you who want the extra challenge, you're taking a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, you extend the legs. Inhale to return. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale to return. We'll do 3 more. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, return. Excellent. Hug those knees. Come up nice and tall. Last thing in sitting, just going to have a little stretch. Pop your hands onto your toes and your feet. Now if you've got no socks on a slippy floor like this, you won't slide so nicely. But what we're aiming to do is straighten the legs and stretch the hamstrings. So holding onto your feet, you're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, tuck the chin in and extend the legs. Really looking for a stretch through the legs here. If you see me from the side, mine aren't quite straight yet, okay? Keep that chin tucked in. Take a breath. As you exhale again, your lungs deflate. Really try and come into this stretch. Tuck the chin into the chest. Really reach. If you can't reach your toes, you can have your hands on your shins. Just using that for that bit of pull. Take a breath again. Exhale. Reaching forwards. Last one here. And another breath. Brilliant. Coming back up nice and tall. We're going to change your head position, so your head's coming to the opposite end of the mat. So we're coming into our clam, but on the opposite leg. Pillow or ball goes back between the feet. We're going straight into the level 1 of the clam. Level 1, you draw that hip down, belly buttons engaged. Level 1, the feet stay on the mat or on the floor. You're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, your knees come apart. Inhale to hold. Exhale, knees back together. Then repeating, exhale, knees apart, inhale to hold, and then back down. Keep going with this for me. Again, your hand is on your hip to make sure you're not rolling backwards. At no point should you be rolling backwards. You want to keep those hips stacked and very much pushed forwards. Keep going for me. Doing really good. Feel this deep in the glutes. Don't lose that connection through the tummy. That should still be there. Two more here. Excellent. Seamlessly to the level 2. So level 2, the feet hover off the mat. Keep that hip drawn down, core engaged. Take a breath, exhale, the knees come apart, inhale to hold, exhale, knees back together. Keep going for me. Doing really good here, feeling it deep into the glutes. That lower leg's offering that little bit of stabilising, working the inner thigh now. Keep going, keep those core muscles switched on. I know you're getting tired. Last couple here. Okay, excellent. Relaxing down, popping the cushion to one side. And then we're coming into our lift and lower. Now if you remember with the lift and lower, the top leg comes straight and you have two options. The level 1, the bottom knee is bent. That gives you a wide base of support. The level 2, the bottom leg is straight for a narrow base of support. So it's really up to you which one you go for. I'll demonstrate both. The movement, taking a breath in, exhaling to lift, inhale to lower but not relax. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower but not relax. Keeping going here. So this is the level 1, bottom leg bent. Level 2, bottom leg straight. Making sure that your knee is not bent, the leg should be nice and straight. And the leg does not creep forwards, it's very much in line with the lower leg. Two more here, doing really good. Doesn't matter how high you lift it, it's very much about quality, not quantity. Excellent, relax down. If you're at the level 1, join us at the level 2. Just take both legs straight and we're going to attempt this lift, lift, lower. Core engaged, hand in front of you for support. Give it a go. If you can't do it, that's fine, just try. You're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you lift, lift, lower, okay? Breath in to prepare, exhale, lift, lift, lower. Brilliant. And again. Last couple. Last one. Brilliant. Bring that top leg across, give it a quick rub. You'll be glad to know we've finished on the side. Rolling onto your back. As you roll onto your back, bring your knees into your chest. And you have a couple of options here. Just hug your knees to your chest. You can bring your nose to your knees if you want to make it a deeper stretch. Some people like to have a little rock side to side. Just do what feels nice for you. Just have a moment and enjoy this. Really opening up that lower back. Okay, excellent. Relaxing down. We're going to come into a stretch for our gluteal muscles. Now, there's two ways of doing this. If anyone has had a hip replacement or hip issues, please stick with level 1. So what we're doing is you're placing the outer aspect of the right foot onto the left knee. The right hand pushes the right knee away. This is level 1. If that feels like a strong stretch or you have any hip issues or hip replacements, stick with level 1. Level 2, you can hug the opposite leg towards you and you'll feel that deep into your glutes. If you want to feel it even deeper, bring your nose towards your leg, your knee, and you'll feel it intensify the stretch. If you're not doing the nose to the knee, just relax your head and the shoulders, feel that stretch deep into the glutes. You may feel it in your bottom, you may feel it down your thigh, you may even feel it slightly in your inner thigh. You will feel this stretch where you are tight. Nice relaxed breathing for the stretch here. Okay, excellent. Relaxing down, popping the right foot on the mat. The outer aspect of the left foot now goes on the right knee. The left hand is either pushing the left knee away. Again, this is the level 1. Anyone with hip issues or hip replacements, stick with level 1. Level 2, you can hug your leg towards you. And again, if you want to make it deeper stretch, you can bring your nose to your knee, okay? Nice relaxed breathing here. Excellent. Gently relaxing down. Now we're going into a hamstring stretch. Your left leg comes flat down. Now the reason the left leg stays flat is it keeps the spine in a neutral position, okay? The right leg you're holding behind the knee. You're gently extending the right leg to where you feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and then from there you're adding in a foot wiggle up and down. What that does is it mobilises the sciatic nerve. So we're getting a stretch through the hamstrings, but also gently moving the nerves through the back of the leg as well. Nice relaxed breathing whilst you're stretching here. Okay, excellent. Relaxing down, swapping over. Right leg flat, left leg hold behind the knee. That right leg flat, you'll feel a stretch on the front of the right thigh. Left leg extend to the ceiling. Once you get to the point where you think that's enough, just adding in a little bit of a toe wiggle to get that stretch. Excellent, and relaxing down. Okay, so bringing the knees into a bent position, we're coming into our next exercise. This is a great exercise for the core, but we're also going to be working our shoulder muscles. First of all, just thinking about your start position, tuck that chin in. Okay, so lengthening the back of the neck and the shoulders, arms come to the sides of you. Think of that pelvic diamond. I don't want your back completely flat to the mat and arching backwards, but I don't want a huge gap between your back as well. So thinking about that level pelvis and then the belly button drawn down. Imagine you've got a spring between your ribs and your hips, and that spring is switched on. It's holding the rib and hips in a good position. And this is what we're thinking about with all of our back exercises on our back. We're going to come into what's called double tabletop. You're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you come into this 90-degree position, knee over the hip, okay? Now before the next leg joins, what you have to do is really engage. Draw the belly button down, it's called imprinting. So take a breath, exhale, draw down. And then with this next breath, take a breath, exhale, draw down, and the left leg comes up. So this is your double tabletop. And we're just holding that there for a moment. Your back should not arch, okay? You should very much be using these tummy muscles to hold yourself here. And then the movement is an arm movement. So we're holding this here, this doesn't move, okay? Chin stays tucked in. And it's, imagine you're patting 2 puddles. So you're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you're patting down for 4 to 5 pats. Inhale, 4 to 5 pats. Exhale, 4 to 5 pats. Keep going with this for me. So you're working those muscles underneath the shoulder blades, the postural muscles. However, there's a bit of effort from the pelvis to hold your legs in this position. This is called 100s. We're aiming for 100 little pats. Doing really good. Keep that chin tucked in. Should be feeling the effort in the backs of the shoulders, those shoulder blade muscles. Keep going. Couple more cycles. Okay, excellent. Relaxing the arms. To come out of this, what I want you to do is hold your knees. One hand on each knee, and then we're going to give the hips a circle. So using your hands to circle the hips in the sockets, we're going to circle one direction, and then change direction with those hip circles. Just feeling the ball lubricating the socket there. Okay, excellent. Relax one leg down and then the second leg down. We're going to come back into our tabletop position. Imprint down. Bring that right leg up. Arms by your side. Engage. Take a breath in. Exhale. Left leg up. So we're back in our double tabletop. And then from here we're going to do a leg extension. We're going to take a breath. As you exhale, you extend out. Inhale, return. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, return. Keep going for me. Imagine there's a little light switch on the wall. You're just going to tap it with your toe and bring the leg back. Keep those core muscles engaged. Keep the chin tucked in, no pokey chins to the ceiling. Doing really good here. One more on each leg. Okay, rest in tabletop, stay here, core engage. We're going to come into an arm movement. So the feet stay hip distance, knees stay hip distance. We're going to come into an arm float. You need to keep these ribs anchored down. Do not arch up with this exercise. Take a breath, exhale, float the arms back. Inhale to return. Exhale, float the arms back. Inhale, return. Keep going for me. Keep those knees over the hips, that tabletop controlling your pelvis. Keep those ribs anchored down. 2 more here. Okay, again, to come out, give your knees a hug. Pop your feet down on the mat. We're coming into a butterfly stretch. Pop your feet together. So like a butterfly, opening the wings, you're going to drop your knees out. So you're stretching out the groin here. Some people, again, like to have a little rock with this one. That's absolutely fine. Some people just like to relax into this position. So just have a moment, relaxing, stretching through the groin. Nice, relaxed breathing. Okay, excellent. Bring the knees back together. We're going back into our double tabletop, okay? So taking a breath, exhale, right leg comes up. Imprint down, exhale, left leg comes up. And we're going to put the arms and legs together from the last 2 exercises. So just a bit more challenging. So you're taking a breath. As you exhale, you're extending your right leg. Both arms go back. Inhale, return, swapping over. Exhale, extending the left leg. Inhale, return. So opposite leg, but both arms. Keep those tummy muscles drawn down. Keep that chin tucked in. A little bit of coordination required here. Two more, one more on each leg. I need to do 3, otherwise I'll be unbalanced. Okay, excellent. Again, bringing those knees into your chest and gently popping your feet down. Last exercise, we're going to work our core just a little bit more. We're going to come into our abdominal preparation. Those of you who've been doing my classes for a few weeks, we've done this before. Okay, those of you who are just joining me, give it a go. Again, back in our double tabletop. One leg up, draw down and engage. Anchor those hips down. Take a breath, exhale, back into our double tabletop. Chin stays tucked in. Now, some people get neck pain with this. If you get neck pain, it's because you're leading with a pokey chin. You need to engage those neck muscles. Keep the chin tucked in. Hands on the side of your legs. Now, the aim of this is to bring your ribs and hips together by using your tummy muscles. So, taking the breath, exhaling up, inhale and down. Exhaling up, inhale and down. So you're reaching for your ankles, but it's your core muscles doing the work, not your arms. It's your abdominals bringing you up. This is the level 1. If you want to do level 2, extend the legs, reach for the heels. Last 2, you're doing great, guys. Okay, excellent. Bring those knees back into your chest, bringing your feet down, arms by your sides. We're just going to do a gentle hip twist. Bring your arms sort of into crucifix position. Super glue your feet and knees together. Take a breath. As you exhale, your knees go to the left and your head goes to the right. So you're rotating your body. Knees to the left, head to the right. And just hold this here for a couple of breaths. Really push your knees away from you. Look towards your right hand, opening through the rib cage. And now we're going to change the stretch. You're going to take your bottom left leg. You're going to cross it over your top right leg. And you're using the momentum and the weight of that left leg to increase the stretch through your right side. Great stretch for a structure called your ITB, gets tight in runners. Nice relaxed breathing whilst you're stretching here. Excellent. Uncross that leg, pop it back under. Take a breath, exhale, head comes back to the centre, knees come back to the centre. Take another breath, exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Again, push those knees forward, reach those fingertips away from you, head looks towards your hand. And then again, take that bottom right leg, cross it over the top left leg and feel that stretch increase. Nice relaxed breathing here. Excellent. Uncross the leg, pop it back under, take a breath, exhale back to the centre with the head and the knees, bringing the arms back in. Take your time, slowly come onto your side. From the side, push one hand under, other hand on your shoulders, onto all fours. From here, back into our cat curls. Take a breath, exhale, arch up, inhale and down. Doing a couple of little curls here. Okay, from here, you're going to tuck your toes under. So tucking your toes under, we're going back into our triangle downward dog. Spread the hands wide. Take a breath, exhale, pushing back up. Extend those knees, really push those heels to the floor. Belly button to the ceiling, hips pushed into the air. Holding this here, feel like you've got a little bit more stretch, a bit more flexibility than you did at the start of the class. And then again, unlock those knees, give me some foot pedals, just pushing the heels back. Excellent. Last one, take a big deep breath, exhale, push those heels back, drive those hips into the air, belly button to the side, really lock those knees out. Do not have your knees bent. Keep those heels pushed down, spread the fingers wide, push up through the hands. Feel that stretch through the calf, through the hamstrings, through the lower back. Feel the effort, the strength in the arms. Excellent. Bend the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, and you're back in your bottom of your roll down. Lock the knees out, just hang here for a minute. Feel that stretch again in the lower back, in the hamstrings, the calves. Feel again that you're a bit more flexible than you were at the start of the session. And then taking a breath, exhale, restack, roll up. Bring those 5 lumbar vertebrae up first. You have 12 mid backbones, bring those up next. And then slowly the neck and the head come up. As your head comes up, as you come back into standing, that helium balloon's re-inflating. It's lifting you through the pelvic floor. You're coming wide through the collarbones. Your arms are coming in line with the sides. So you're coming back into that start position. If you're a bit starry, just have a couple of big, slow breaths. Let yourself settle. And then just to finish, we're going to end with a few gentle neck stretches. I want you to take your ear across to your shoulder. The opposite arm reaches away. Feel that length grow between the shoulder and the neck. Keep engaged through the centre here whilst you're stretching. And then look towards your armpit. You'll feel that stretch change slightly. And slowly, gently back to the centre. In the centre, take a breath, shrug up and just any tension, let it go. Swapping over, ear to your shoulder, reach the hand away from you. Again, keep yourself a control through the centre. Feel that nice long stretch through the neck and the shoulder. Changing the stretch, looking towards the armpit. Gently bringing the head back to the centre. Give me a little bit of a shrug and a roll of the shoulders. And then just to finish, obviously recap your posture. Toes, knees, hips in alignment. Don't want those toes pointing out. Core engaged, head on top of the shoulders, nice and wide through the collarbones. Just to finish, take a breath in. As you breathe in, shrug the shoulders up. As you exhale, any tension, let it go. We're going to do 2 more of those. Last one. Excellent. That's the class done for tonight. Give me a smile. Hope you enjoyed it. For those of you who join me regularly, hopefully I'll see you all next week. We're obviously going to be in lockdown for quite a bit longer, so this class will be going on every Wednesday 8 till 9 for the foreseeable. If you've joined me for the first time through Active in Redbourne, I'm really pleased that you've joined me. It's lovely to have you with me. And again, feel free to join anytime. These classes will be saved on this page so you can do them at a time that suits. If you have joined me, please give me a like and a hello. It's lovely to know that people are out there joining in and enjoying the session. Take care everyone. Please stay safe and look after yourselves. Bye for now.